Here we see mainstream media in front of Novant Health in Winston-Salem, reading off a script, rehearsing their script of lies and fear. Don't believe a word these folks are saying, folks. They don't have your best interest in mind. They're controlled. They can't talk about it. They won't talk to me. I've tried many, many, many times. Look at how young. You're so young, you have your future ahead of you. You can come work with me. I need a reporter. I need someone to look good in front of the camera. I know y'all don't agree with what's happening. I know you don't agree with it. You can look at me like that all you want.
I'm looking at you like that because we're trying to do our jobs and you're interrupting.
Well, I have free speech, don't I? I have every right to be out.
You can interrupt our live shots all you want.
Yeah, that is fine. Why don't you try telling the truth?
All we're telling is what's going on. That's it. Yep. All we said was there was a protest. That's it.
That's good. It's what you're not saying that's a problem.
You mean what the people we interviewed are not saying?
What's that?
You mean what the people we interviewed
I'm talking about everything else.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The vaccine adverse event reporting system, you don't know what that is?
I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem.
I'm an editor. I don't know.
Well, if you're an editor, you should know. You work for a large company. I do this by myself and I know about all these things.
Good afternoon. Healthcare workers, their spouses, and just those against COVID-19 vaccine mandates stood on the sidewalk right here, holding signs and chanting phrases like freedom of choice. This comes just a few weeks after Novant Health announced all team members will need to be fully vaccinated by September 15th. Protest organizer Brianna Isham says she's a healthcare worker herself and isn't against vaccines, but says more time is needed to know the possible side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine. Isham told us she hopes making her voice heard encourages other people who are against vaccine requirements to speak up. And we reached out to Novant Health for a response to some of the comments made during this morning's demonstration. A spokesperson says in part, quote,
lies.
Without a vaccine mandate for team members, we face the strong possibility of having a third of our staff unable to work due to contracting COVID-19. This possibility only gets greater during the responsibility of work even through deadly health experience.
Lies.
This impact on staffing and care delivery is far greater than any planned lockout of select unvaccinated team members in just a handful of weeks ago. A few of demonstrators outside of health also protesting against the vaccine mandates, and right now there are 5 health systems in North Carolina requiring all employees to get vaccinated. We're live in Winston-Salem. Rachel Ellis, WXII 12 News. Thank you.
No commentary about how wrong it is. Why?
So we're just trying to do our job right now.
You're doing a job that's lying to people.
We're reporting. I was just trying to do my job, and it's not right what you're doing.
I have every right to be out here.
But you were interrupting us while we were doing our
You're
job.
lying to everyone I know and love through omission. You are lying.
Well, then call the station and tell our.
Oh yeah, like they're gonna listen to me. I'm trying to talk to human beings. I'm trying to talk to human beings that are unwitting accomplices and lies, fear and propaganda. All you ever talk about is more cases, more deaths, more cases, more deaths. Be afraid. Be very afraid. You do? You got better things to do, Mr. Editor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got a bunch of people to go lie to, isn't that right? I'm trying to talk to you like a human being, but you guys don't talk to me like I'm a human. I turn the camera off, try to have conversations with you. I turn the camera off, try to have conversations with you folks, and you look at me like I'm some kind of a bad person for trying to spread information. I don't have a multi-billion-dollar industry behind me. I'm not given a script. I know you can't say what's really on your mind. You're controlled. You like just repeating what someone else tells you? Not using your own mind, your own powerful mind, your heart that says what's right and wrong. You look really young. You have a future ahead of you. You do too. And the lies you're telling are affecting the ability to have a future worth having. Mandatory medicine, no comment about how wrong it is. Have a great day. God bless you. I will pray for you. There are consequences for our actions. You will learn. There you have it. That's how the sausage is made. They're lying. Don't believe a word they say. I hope y'all enjoyed that clip right there. This is what it's all about. You can actually hear on the live stream here, I'm going to play this clip for you. This was at the end of the rally this morning in Winston-Salem in front of Novant Health on Monday, August 9th, 2021. This is Rachel Ellis from WXII, Channel 12 News, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. If you pay close attention, if you listen really closely, you can hear in her stream here, you can hear me saying lies, lies. I wasn't sure that they were live, so I should have been a little more bold and just stood behind her and called her out for these lies and fear and this propaganda. Right? They're pushing this Delta thing right now. What was the comment that they gave from Novant Health? And look what they do here, okay? Here's the comment that they read from Novant Health. Issued the following response to Monday's rally. Nobody taking credit for it. I don't disbelieve that someone from the hospital could have said this, but without a vaccine mandate for team members, we face the strong possibility of having a third of our staff unable to work due to contracting COVID-19. This possibility only gets greater heading into a fall season with a more contagious and deadly Delta variant. Be afraid. Be very, 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 very afraid. We believe this impact on staffing and care delivery would be far greater than any planned walkout of select unvaccinated team members. Well, in Greensboro, North Carolina, there's 40% at least of the staff there that's prepared to walk out. And that's not some strong possibility of something, of contracting something, that they've used things that I can't even talk about on this platform. A complete recall of the thing that tells you that you have the thing. And a complete recall of this. Let's see if this video makes its way up and stays up on this platform. Lies and fear. Lies and fear. This is what it's all about. And this is why we can't see it. And this is why we can't see it. Handicapped by coming face to face with a conspiracy so monstrous, he cannot believe it exists. If you appreciate this work, this kind of activism, confronting these folks, I'm trying to be very compassionate and kind with these folks. I turn my camera off. I ask if they'll have a conversation. But they don't. They act like I'm some kind of lunatic. I don't have a multi-billion-dollar industry behind me, and I know about all these things, and I'm trying to share them with you. If you all want to see the uncensored version of today's footage from Novant Health in Winston-Salem, there was about I spoke with the organizer, and she told me there was about anywhere from 70 to 100 people. So a small gathering, but nonetheless, this is how we build momentum. These folks are put in tough positions. 30-year nurses. 30 years. ER nurses, technicians, admin, 14 years walking away because they don't want this thing that I can't discuss on this platform. If you appreciate the work that I'm doing, I need all the help and support I can get. For those of you out there, you've seen some of my videos. I'm technically without a dwelling, sleeping out of my car tent, hammock, couch surfing, whatever I can do, pouring every last dollar I have into this work to put money in the tank to get to these events and give these people a voice. If you so choose, this is a voluntary world. If you've stuck with me this far, subscribers, supporters, all of you out there, I value, love, and appreciate you so much. The funding and support I've received so far in the past week and a half has literally allowed me to keep doing this. So thank you out there. All of you. Sandy, Jamel, Jim, Beth, Brandon, Paige, a bunch of others that didn't even give me their names. Brenda Delaney, if you're out there listening, I know you just subscribed. Thank you so much for the contribution you gave me on Saturday in Mooresville. Tiffany Blythe and Camden and Christian Blythe, if you're out there, I love you guys. I loved spending the day with you Wednesday at the Science Museum, at the protest, in Raleigh, challenging these officials, spreading love, spreading information. Cam, if you're out there listening, buddy, Camden, I love you. I debunked dinosaurs and flat earth for my friend Camden, 10-year-old with about to be 11 really soon. I think like 7 or 8 days. And he was really mad at me because he's like, oh, it's all a lie. I was just trying to show him that there's other information out there, and there's other options, right? There's not just one option. I wanted to present him both a flat earth cosmology and a round earth cosmology. And I want the 10-year-old Camden, if you're listening, I want you to decide. Use your powerful brain, use your powerful mind, use your powerful intuition and gut instinct and your senses, your eyes and your ears. George Orwell said, "The party told you to ignore the evidence of your eyes and your ears. It was their final, most essential command." They want us to outsource our thinking. We can't allow it, because when we outsource our thinking to experts, we just trust blindly, like we're doing now. Trust the science. The masks are safe. The masks are effective. The shots are safe. The shots are effective. Isolation works. It's effective. Decimating the economy works. There's no consequences for that. There are no deaths of despair. Have no fear. Go back to bed, America. Your government has things under control. Go back to bed, America. Your government has things under control. Your government will take care of you. Ronald Reagan did not say the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "We're from the government and we're here to help." Again, Camden, if you're listening, buddy, the same boy that was really mad at me for sort of crashing his worldview. And Cam, don't let your worldview be crashed yet. You go out and look into the things that I told you about and use your powerful mind and try to make sense of it how you see fit. But at the end, when we went to the Science Museum across from the State House in Raleigh, and I was debunking dinosaurs for him, after he was mad at me, he had his mother Tiffany buy this for me. A ceramic mushroom, because I told him that mushrooms saved my life, and they did. Psilocybin plant medicine that's been made illegal
by criminals calling themselves government. Government is slavery. It's the biggest scam in history. So thank you for this, Cam. I want to say a few other thank yous out there that I missed when I first tried to record this video. Amanda, thank you for your contribution. Kelly Harris, so nice meeting you. Thank you for your contribution. Thank you for inviting me to that parent meeting last night where you're discussing potential solutions about pulling your kids out of forced government schools. If you're listening, Kelly, or any other parents out there, please look into the Gatto Project. John Taylor Gatto was named New York State High School Teacher of the Year many, many times, and he calls public indoctrination camps, Rockefeller-funded indoctrination camps, he calls them prisons. A New York State High School Teacher of the Year. The Gatto Project is an acronym. It stands for Get All the Thinkers Out of Forced Government Schools. Richard Grove has continued to talk about and cover his work. John Taylor Gatto. Thank you, Richard Grove, for all of your amazing work covering his work. David James Rodriguez. Thank you out there. He's talking great things about school at Valor Academy. Another possible solution for you, Kelly, and your parents. Want to say thank you to Gus out there. Thank you, Gus. Love you, brother. Gus and Taxed. Liza, I love the amazing work you're doing, the courage you have. Thank you. Some unknown financial contributors out there. I've raised $357 in like 10 days. How cool is that? People are really resonating with this message. And I love it. I love all of you. Some other thank yous out there. My beautiful, beautiful girlfriend, Judy. I hid the truth from her. She didn't even know I was not working for months and months and months because I didn't have the heart to tell her. I knew she would just worry about me. And she did, but I told her the truth and she's still supporting me. That's her right there. And that's her little niece, Emma, who I said thank you to. Thank you, Emma. I love you both so much. Thank you for supporting me. I know this road is bumpy and it's stressful, but I need you and thank you so much. Cody, my boy Cody out here in Charlotte, thank you so much. Elizabeth Appleby, Betty, I call her Betty Woke Nana. She's 61. I met her in Asheville at a Freedom Cell meetup and we just hit it off. We camped together. She told me all about how she healed from her deep, deep wounds through plant medicine like ayahuasca. And wow, what a story you have, Betty. I love you. I miss you. Hope you're doing well. Hope your family's safe. Javi, my girlfriend's brother. Thank you, brother. I hope you're having a good time in El Salvador. I hope you make it back safely. I hope you're going to make it back healthier and stronger. Thank you for that money that you lent to me. It means the world to me. I love you, brother. Thank you for sticking by me and supporting me. I love you. His wife, Joy, if you're listening, I love you. Thank you for everything, for always having me over and opening your door and inviting me into your home to get close to your children. I'm so grateful and happy and blessed. Freedom Cells, Tara, Will, your daughter, Elizabeth, Jim, Etta, Gus, Taxed, Brad, Janice, Brianna, Travis, Amy, Aster, Lily, Albert, Phil, Adrian, Deborah, Brad, Deborah, Beth, Tim, Tom, Derek. The list goes on and on and on. Doug, Amy, Nick, Chaos, Keely, Dora, Classy. Some animals mixed in there too. Dora, Classy, Dude, Max, Floki, Freya, Thor, Odin. Who else? Nari Choi, thank you for coming on my podcast, telling your story. I'm going to upload that episode soon, I promise. Beth Sikoski, love your courage. Love what you're doing at Heal NC. You have amazing spirit, amazing courage. Thank you for everything you've done. Lisa Giuliani at vaccineeducation.org, PAVE. Thank you so much. You truly inspire me. Elena, my Airbnb manager, thank you for everything you've done for me. James, the Deep Share podcast, thank you so much. You're the man. Can't wait to work with you some more going forward. Steve Poikinen at Slow News Day, thank you so much. The people over at the Freedom People podcast, Brad, Emily, MJ, I love you all. Thank you for having me on your show. Let me tell my story and get deep, and just really thanks for giving me the space to, explore my inquisitive mind, my questioning mind. Free Talk Live, Ian and Nobody, Mark Edge, and all these folks over up in Keene, New Hampshire. You were literally the first people I protested with. The very first protest I ever went to was on Thanksgiving 2020 at the Attorney General's house, because my family uninvited me from Thanksgiving. Sucks. I know, it's ridiculous, but I love you. I forgive you for that. I hope you're still tuning into these and keeping an open mind and tuning into your humility. And hopefully you can come to the realization that, you may have been wrong on some things. And who else? I think that's it for thank you. So get back to the rest of this video. Here we go. Camden, if you're listening, Christian, I love you guys. Phoenix, my little nephew. My girlfriend's niece and nephew, Liam, Emma, Miguel, all my little cousins, all of you kids out there. I love you so much. And this is why I fight you. I get out of bed for you in the morning. This is far bigger than me, or having a roof over my head, or having ones and zeros in my bank account, or being caught up on all my bills. This is way bigger than that. Where we go one, we go all. The exact amount of tyranny that we're seeing in the world is the exact amount we're willing to accept. And those folks working for WXII Channel 12 News, Rachel Ellis and that editor, I have compassion for them. But they need to start telling the truth. They're lying big time. Yeah. Let's take a look, actually, just before I get out of here. I want to show you the little short video clip from them, because they captured me walking across behind them. And if you listen carefully, you can hear me say, lies, lies, lies. So let's just listen to that, and then I'm going to get out of here. But if you choose to support me, it's a voluntary world. Don't feel bad for me. I made this choice. I walked away from CVS making $94,000 a year because my conscience and my heart would not allow me to work 1 second longer for these folks. Not 1 second. Because I know what's going on, and that this is bigger than me. This is bigger than a paycheck. A woman I spoke with today, Andrea, who's worked for them for 14 years, just gave her notice. Changing Matrix, if you're out there listening, I know you gave it all and risked it all to do the right thing. And I'm so grateful for you, because April Brown, because you inspired me. Tiffany Blythe, your story of how you rescued your boy Christian inspires me to be brave and courageous and let it all go. Let it all fly. So please, if you enjoy this kind of content, if you appreciate this kind of work, I'm pounding the pavement since July 29th. Charlotte to Greensboro, North Carolina. Sunday, August 1st, 2021. Charlotte, North Carolina. Didn't have to drive that far. That was beautiful. 2,000 people there. Greensboro, 250 to 300 people at the Moses Cone Health System. Wednesday, Raleigh, North Carolina. 150 people. I drove 200 miles one way from Charlotte to Raleigh. I stayed at my friend Rob's place on his porch, on his couch. Rob, if you're listening, thank you so much. I apologize I didn't ask you to stay there for a few extra nights. I was exhausted after the protest, and I needed a place to get some work done. I apologize. I took advantage of you. I'm sorry. You have every right to be upset. But I was sleeping on so much. I really am so grateful for you, brother. And I hope you can forgive me. I'm not perfect. So Wednesday, Charlotte to Raleigh, stayed up there for a few days, met Camden, Christian, my friend Tiffany. And then Saturday, I drove from Raleigh to Charlotte, from Charlotte to Mooresville, back down to Charlotte. Sunday morning, Charlotte to Shelby, North Carolina, about an hour. From Shelby, North Carolina to Mooresville, North Carolina to meet with a bunch of parents to talk about taking their kids out of forced government schools. We need to be thinking about solutions, not just the problems. How do we build this better world? We need to take our kids out of these schools. Figure out a way, because they're trying to give them this shot. That's just the beginning. 12-year-olds in North Carolina can make a decision to take a shot without the knowledge or consent of their parents. Can't be allowed. Cannot be allowed. They're being force-fed propaganda in there. They're being coerced and pressured. It's all around them. These kids have grown to like these masks, not understanding that it's a big deal, not understanding the psychological damage that it's doing to them. So Sunday, Charlotte to Shelby, Shelby to Mooresville, Mooresville to Charlotte. Monday morning, today, Charlotte up 83 miles to Winston-Salem. I don't know if it's quite that long, but I'm pounding the pavement. Every dollar that you have, that you've donated so far. Matthew Anthony just gave me some money. I met you yesterday in Shelby. Welcome to the channel, brother. Welcome. Welcome, new subscribers. What you're going to get here is fire, fury, passion, love, empathy. Trying to understand this world around me. Always asking questions. I'd rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned. Dig deep. Pray for that strength to find your courage and exercise it. Gather up the people. Love yourself. Do something exciting and have fun. Even though this world is sort of crumbling down all around us externally. It's time to get right within. That's why my podcast is called Go Within to Get Out. That's what I had to do. And I don't care about a consistent roof over my head right now. Of course I want that in my life. I pray for shelter and income every day. But there are issues that are bigger than us. And if we don't put a stop to this right now, stop this in its tracks, and get people thinking about real solutions, taking your kids out of schools, taking your money out of banks, growing food together on a local, community-based level, building our own farmers markets, creating our own hospitals that use actual preventive natural health care, protecting ourselves, our own communities with models like Dale Brown up in Detroit with at the Threat Management Center. All these cops in this that are operating in this corrupt system, they could come and work for us, and there won't be all these BS laws, which are just the opinions of politicians backed by the threat of force. Find real solutions. They're there. Go to freedomcells.org, sign up, create an account, put down your location, your general location. If you're the first one there, start your own Freedom Cell. That's how I got better. I'm growing food with people in Charlotte. I'm talking about how to set up a business as a 508c1a trust. So business owners out there, if you're interested in protecting yourself from paying taxes, look into the 508c1a trust. Reach out to me. I can get you in contact with folks who are teaching this. I'm trying to learn this myself so I can teach others. 508c1a trust shelters you from taxes, shelters you from all the BS Government mandates guidelines. There's a beautiful school in Asheville, North Carolina. The Shope Creek School just started this year, was just built, is being built right now as we speak, as a response to the masks and the shots and all these other ridiculous mandates and guidelines. They can't touch Shope Creek School. Those are real viable solutions. That's where we start. So if I missed any one of my thank yous, I'm sorry. I want to say thank you to Ricky Verandis out there, who's got me plugged in to all kinds of folks in the podcast community. Matthew Raymer, thank you for helping me with my content, getting my content on BitChute, on Odyssey, for everything you're doing for me. I can't tell you how grateful I am for that. My entire family, my mom, my dad, my brothers, my cousins, my grandmother, I love you all. That's why I'm fighting for you. I don't know how I'm going to do this. This is my family right here, my mom and dad. I owe you a phone call, an explanation about where I'm at, my two brothers, Mikey and Matt. I love you all, but we need to listen to these healthcare workers that are standing up and saying no and walking away. We were supposed to listen to everything they said last year. And now we're supposed to ignore them? Makes no sense. So if you like what I'm doing, if you resonate with this message, please, there's a link in the description for my PayPal. If you could support me financially, great. If you can, I understand. These are the craziest times. But you can also help me by just sharing my videos, liking my videos, commenting, getting involved and interacting with me, giving me tips and tools and sharing information with me. My email is girard978@protonmail.com. I'll link that I'll put that in the description. There'll be links to all my alternative platforms where I'm posting videos. Please, if you'd like to see the censorship-free versions of these events where I'm having these kinds of conversations with folks and really getting down to the human side of this, please go over to those other platforms. Odyssey is where I'm primarily focusing on. So look for that link in the description, odyssey.com. And till next time, I love you. I'm going to leave you with this clip from them. And you could see me walking past them. It's kind of fun. So just wanted to get this out there to you. Look for many more videos to come from me because I'm so far behind. I have videos and videos and videos and videos. And if any of you out there have some spare time and are good at editing videos, I'm terrible at it. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't find a good free video editor. So if you're familiar with one that is good, or you know someone that could help me, and that's how you could help me. If you don't have the means, the financial means, please, if you resonate with this, help me out. Come on this journey with me. Do not lead as I will not follow. Do not follow as I will not lead. Walk beside me and we can accomplish anything. I love y'all. Gonna leave you with this clip right here, okay?
Good afternoon. Healthcare workers, their spouses, and just those against COVID-19 vaccine mandates stood on the sidewalk right here, holding signs and chanting phrases like freedom of choice. This comes just a few weeks after Novant Health announced all team members will need to be fully vaccinated by September 15th. Protest organizer Brianna Isham says she's a healthcare worker herself and isn't against vaccines, but says more time is needed to know the possible side effects of the COVID-19 vaccine. Isham told us she hopes making her voice heard encourages other people who are against vaccine requirements to speak up.
We live in a free country, and the right to make our own healthcare decisions is the core of it, really. I mean, you can go into the vaccine part, but freedom is that core.
And we reached out to Novant Health for a response to some of the comments made during this morning's demonstration. A spokesperson says in part, quote, "Without a vaccine mandate for team members, we face the strong possibility of having a third of our staff unable to work due to contracting COVID-19. This possibility only gets greater heading into a fall season with the more contagious and deadly Delta variant. We believe this impact on staffing and care delivery would be far greater than any planned walkout of select unvaccinated team members." And just a bit over a week ago, a group of demonstrators stood outside of Cone Health in Greensboro, also protesting against those vaccine mandates. And right now, there are 5 health systems in North Carolina requiring.
I hope you all enjoyed that. Again, I love you so much. I love you so much. I hope you heard me saying lies, lies, lies. Till next time, catch you in the next video. Many, many, many more to come. I'll be in front of this computer for the rest of the day in my friend's daughter's bedroom with the most uncomfortable chair ever. So thank you so much, Deb. If you're out there listening, I love you. I hope you're having a good time in Asheville. Thank you, Athena, Dan, Nick, Shiloh, Gizmo, Cashew, Wiley, Josh. Thank you all so much. I hope I didn't miss anybody. I'm so grateful for this desk and this internet. So thank you. I'm doing this because I love you all, and you need me, and I need you, and let's change this thing and build something greater, far greater. Not the old normal, not the new normal, the new. Conscious evolution. Let's stop talking revolution. Let's talk conscious evolution. I love y'all. Later.
Was that ant that stood up to me?
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this?
You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up.
Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life.
It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back.
Does anybody else want to stay?